I recently shared this super easy tutorial for a cozy rib beanie, and this week I want to show you how to make some cute matching hand warmers. Hello and welcome back to Lucky Day Crochet. These are super duper easy. All we're doing is making little rectangles and then seaming the side, leaving a little hole for our thumbs. It's super customizable. You can make them as long or as short as you'd like. You can add a pretty trim to them, you can do stripes, plus you can make them both in just a few hours or less. I used Hobbii Amigo XL and needed less than one skein. I used a 5mm hook for it, and you'll also need scissors, a tapestry needle, and an optional stitch marker. Let's get started. Alrighty, start by making a slip knot and placing it on your hook. You can chain any number for your beginning chain. Just make sure you add an extra one at the end for our turning chain. How long you do it comes down to personal preferences. I'm going to have mine go from around my knuckles to just past my wrist. I'm chaining 23 for mine, plus an extra one for my turning chain, so 24 chains in total. Now for our first row, we want to take our chain and flip it over to the back because we're going to be working all of our stitches into these back bumps. This will make it easier and cleaner looking when we seam the sides together. All we're doing is skipping the first chain and working a half double crochet into every back bump. So if you need a refresher for half double crochets, start by yarning over, then insert your hook and pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So easy. Continue working a half double crochet into every back bump all the way to the end, and that's where I'll meet you to begin working on row 2. Once you've made your final half double crochet, then you can chain 1 and turn your work. I like to make my chain fairly tight, which helps with keeping the edge nice and straight. Now we're going to be working our half double crochets into the 3rd loop. So let's take a look at the stitch to find it. When we look from the top, we can see these little V's, and this is where we would normally work our stitches into. Now if we look straight on or from the side, we see another V. This leg here is the front loop of our top V, and this bottom leg is our 3rd loop that we'll be working into. So make sure you've yarned over and then insert your hook from bottom to top into the 3rd loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Continue working half double crochets into every 3rd loop, and I'll meet you for the final one, which can sometimes be a little tricky to find. The last 3rd loop can sometimes be kind of pulled to the side or pulled down, so I find it easiest to spot by looking at the front and finding the top loops that we would normally be working into. Once you find those, it's much easier to figure out which one is our 3rd loop. So make your final half double crochet and then chain 1 and turn your work. And that's all there is to it. Continue working your rows just like that, and I'll meet you to seam it together. Just make sure for your last row, you're ending it on the same side that we started. We want our end and working yarn to be on the same side of our project. Your total number of rows is going to depend on hand size and tension. I did 18 rows for mine. You can count your rows by counting the ribbing that appears on each side. I'd recommend writing down how many rows you did to help you out when you make your second one. You want it to fit comfortably around your hand, stretched out a little bit, but not so much that your stitches become see-through, but also not super loose, because with time, these are going to naturally stretch out a little bit, and we want these to last as long as possible. Once you're happy with yours, we're going to seam the sides. So chain 1 and turn your work if you haven't done that already. Now fold it in half and line up the stitches. We're going to insert our hook into the 3rd loop of the first stitch. Then insert your hook under both loops of the first stitch on the other side. Then yarn over and pull it through and make a slip stitch. Continue like that down the side. Try it on every once in a while to make sure you're happy with the fit. Once you're to the section where you want your thumb hole to go, all we're going to do is slip stitch into the 3rd loop. Again, keep trying it on to make sure that it fits comfortably. You want your thumb hole to be 5 to 8 stitches long, but again, it depends on hand size, tension, and personal preference. My hand warmer is 23 stitches long. I slip stitched the first 11 together, made a thumb hole that's 6 stitches long, and now I'm going to slip stitch the last 6 stitches together. I did a lot of frogging and trying it on before deciding that that was the best fit for me, so truly don't be afraid to keep redoing it if you have to. Once you've reached the end, then you can chain 1 and fasten off. Hand warmer number 1 done. Now repeat all of that and make your second one, and then all that's left to do is weave in our ends. How cute are these? Weaving is super simple. Just go through nearby stitches, going up, down, all around until they're hidden and secured. Do that with all of your ends, and then once you're done, you can flip them right side out, and that's it. I seriously can't believe how easy and cute these are. So perfect for the cozy season that we're entering. I know I'm gonna get so much use out of them. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I also have a tutorial for a matching rib beanie that's just as cute and easy, and honestly, who doesn't love a matching set? So if you want to check it out, then it's linked below. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope I was able to help you out and that you love your new hand warmers. Please let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or problems that you're running into, and I'll try my best to help you out. If you like this tutorial and want to help support my channel, then a like and a comment goes a long way. And don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. I post 2 videos every week doing a fun stitch tutorial as well as a fun easy project like these today, so don't miss out. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, happy crocheting and stay lucky. Bye!